peoples. So y'all know what it is, man. This one's actually a little disturbing because um tried to tell y'all, man, tried to warn y'all, but it looks like oh Joe Biden they didn't in NYC they didn't got some police reforms that have backfired and start targeting black people. We're gonna break it down because you know it's fish sticks right here on the Keep It P podcast. We'll be right back. Wake your goat mouth ass up.
Music Tuesday.
Early in the morning, wake your goat mouth ass up.
Music Tuesday.
Yeah, get you some of that no anti-black racism in your life. You dig what I'm saying? And this is the Keep It P podcast where we take news, situations, everyday occurrences, and indeed we show how one could have and could not have been keeping it P. And I am not trying to tell you what to think. I'm trying to show you how to think. That's the reason why I bust down the articles the way I do. So let's get on right on into it, man. We got your boy. It says progressive leaders have ushered in criminal justice reforms theoretically intended to rectify the imbalance of black Americans who are arrested, convicted, and incarcerated. But in practice,
But
yeah, so that nullifies everything that was just said beforehand. But in practice, in the cities like New York, these reforms have backfired, resulting in a spike in crime with more black American victimized, incarcerated, according to experts. So Jim Crow Joe Biden crime bill 3.0, basically.
mhm,
A lot of these policies are designed explicitly around the idea that blacks are so disproportionately represented in the people who are arrested and the people who are prosecuted and convicted and incarcerated, and trying to design criminal justice policies to back engineer that number to be more on par with racial demographics of everybody in society. Hannah E. Myers, director of policing and public safety initiatives at Manhattan Institute, told Fox News. Digital in a phone interview Monday. Wow, that was a lot. It's
right.
this in itself has created a bigger problem. Meyer and Jim Quinn, a former executive district attorney in Queens District Attorney's Office, recently published an essay in the New York Times arguing that aiming for racial equality in the criminal justice system rather than focusing solely on deterring and responding to crime, policymakers seem to have neglected the foundational purpose of law and order. What was followed a sharp rise in victims of crime who remained disproportionately black and slightly increase in the percentage of Rikers Island inmates who are black is a racial imbalance of more troubling kind, the author wrote. New York City is grappling with a skyrocketing crime. No, they're not. See, ain't been no crime lately like that unless you're talking about PC and Mexicano people.
Hello,
That's all that's been in
McGrizzle.
the news. Black
We,
people ain't even been committing no crimes lately.
we've been covering it.
It says New York is grappling with skyrocketing crime. Murders went up 52% from 2019 to 2021. Yeah, all white people killing their kids. That's it.
That's it.
While the shootings were up 104, them is all white people walking around with guns. While the shootings were up at 104% and car theft up 91%, they ain't nothing but Asians
Come on now.
still in Hondas.
Uh,
Come on, stop it. Ain't no nigga in the history of niggerdom out stealing no Honda Accord, Honda Civic.
on everything.
In 2020, New York, the black New Yorkers were victims in 65% of murders and 74% of shootings by the authorities of NYT wrote in an essay. No, it ain't. They ain't got nothing to do with black people. You want to know why? Because all the stories would have been on the news and we would have covered them.
You want to know why?
The New York policing and incarceration policies have been in the forefront of debates, and such policies took effect as Black Lives Matter protests and defund the police movements hit the fever pitch in 2020. Nah, that ain't it. See, now they trying to. There wouldn't be so much crime. The black people wasn't out there fighting for justice. That don't even sound right. There won't be so much crime if black people wasn't fighting for justice. What the hell are you saying? Former New York City Mayor Bill punk ass with black kids De Blasio in 2017 supported releasing thousands of inmates at Rikers Island through the city's supervised release program in 2019. New York lawmakers passed a sweeping changes to the state bail laws that restrict crimes where judges can set bail. Also in 2019, New York passed discovery reform, which requires prosecutors to disclose their evidence to the defense earlier in the case proceedings. Do you guys live in NYC? No, we don't, Mr. Victor D. Jesus. Do you live in NYC, Mr. Victor D. Jesus? I think you could talk to any prosecutor, especially any line prosecutor or anyone that recently left the DA's office in a more senior role, and they will tell you that the discovery reform is having an enormous impact on crime. Why? Because you ain't able to lie and railroad brothers into the system? That's what it sounds like to me. Salute. What's up, Omega? Uh, Victory. D. Jesus, where are you tapping in from? We would like to know. It's pretty bad out here, to be honest. I do. Oh, okay. That's what's up. New York mess with us real heavy. And we already know that it's worse in New York because in New York and San Francisco, that's where they implement these draconian policies to implement throughout the rest of the country. Those are testing breeding grounds, is what they're called. Brooklyn in the house. Brooklyn.
Okay. But so what are you so who do you see what are you saying though? Who do you see doing all the crime? That's what we talking about.
Notice they keep dancing all around that though.
So
Just
who do you
that's
see doing all the crime? That's what I want to know.
and
Who's doing all the crime?
I know they're not talking about the non FBA bums and homeless people that they be paying to go around and push Asian people.
That always be having on red or pink.
Right. The
Some
reforms,
form of reddish, orangish, pinkish. It's all the same
yeah, identifying
color
markers.
hue.
Right. The reforms put in place as former Mayor de Blasio moved to defund the police, which brought with it the end of the NYCD's plainclothes unit and reassigned officers. Good. Because they wasn't out there doing nothing but targeting black people like they doing now. How can we assume that the first policies wasn't doing what the second policies is doing? How about that? Myers and Quinn wrote that such reforms are harming black New Yorkers, and they pointed to the incarceration rate levels being largely black neighborhoods of NYC.
Hold
So
on,
there we
man.
go. Y'all
Hold on.
target.
This dude said honestly, it's a lot of dudes that look like me. What do you look like, sir? Are you FBA? Are you B1, sir?
Probably not. Probably a puppet shill. Grand Rising, man. Um, yeah, same. Stop and frisk garbage. That's what you're trying to
Period.
do.
Period. And that's the mayor trying to bring that back. And he looks like you and I too.
Yeah,
So I don't hold much credence, Mr. Victory, sir, when you look like um the two. When you
that's
look
what's up.
alike. All skin folk ain't kin folk.
Right? And we go hard on tethers and shit. But if you watching this kind of program and you down with black empowerment, we fuck with you heavy, real heavy. Because not we don't speak in absolutes. There's some real writers that are non FBA, and those real writers understand that if FBA come up, all black people come up because we the leaders of this shit.
So, sir, you say you're black. Are you black and Dominican? Because you say Dominican. Are you saying Dominican's black, or are you saying I'm black and Dominican? And then when you say black, are you FBA black, or what are you saying? Let's be specific here, man. This is a place to speak. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Freely. So let's be specific. This is a black empowerment FBA B1 show. I'm very specific. See that? I'm being very specific. We're not all just one big Negro.
Not at all. In the police precinct that covers most of the Brownsville neighborhood and as well as the Ocean Hills, where around 3/4 of the residents are black, shootings at the end of last year went up. No, they're lying. We just got the FBI report that said most violent crimes, all violent crimes are down. They're lying. They lying.
They said the top threat was white supremacy.
They're lying. This
Huh?
is
Remember y'all
lies.
said that?
He said, "What's a FBA, by the way? I'm not sure what that is." A foundational Black American. That is a Black American whose ancestors can be traced back to the killing fields of the American South. What makes you FBA is that at least one of your parents can be traced back to the killing fields of the American South. So what that means is, in your case, let's say you got one parent from um, he said, I say no black. Who said I say no black? Hold on. The Dominicans say, I know black. They do. But foundational Black American, one of your parents, if not both of your parents, are traceable back to the killing fields of the American South. So usually if your parents can be traced back, what Tariq say, to the 1860 or the 1890 census rolls, then you are foundational Black Americans. First time. What's up, bruh? Where you been, bruh? You did.
Don P, baby. I ain't even seen
Man, we got
it.
all the crew up
Don
here
P.
this morning, man. Yeah, the 1860. There you go. Thank you so much, Breeze. The 1860 census when and some revelations on the FBA, because we see that there's others that have been trying to creep in the midst. Like there's this white dude that called Tariq the other day talking about, well, my great grandma was 1/8 white. I mean 1/8 black. So I should be entitled to the same compensation that you are. He like, nah, nigga, did you classify as black too? See, that's the difference. You can't say your grandma was black back in 1890, but your family been classified as white since then.
Right.
Nah, that don't work, son. Nah. Mm-mm. You got to actually claim that shit to me. He said, I'm always with my brother spiritually every day. Well,
That's right, brother.
that's
right, brother.
yeah.
That's right.
I
That's
bang
right.
the chest on that.
Hey, I'd rather be there with you spiritually every day than physically in the building. Because we got some brothers who's physically in the building every day, but they ain't with us spiritually every day.
On the spiritual
I
side,
appreciate
boy.
you, brother. That's
I'm
real
telling you
love and
now.
blessings. Now that's what you call black power now.
Now that's blessings now. I feel it all in my bone marrow now.
What killing fields are you referring to, sir? What other killing fields are you referring to?
Well, there is only one killing fields.
No, I'm talking about victory, sir. Asked about the other killing fields. Do them matter?
Well, okay. The only other killing fields that I could think of is the Caribbean killing fields, right? Where, all the other black people on different boats went. But that jurisdiction is governed by Britain. So that is something that they gonna have to take up with Britannia. Okay. They ain't
Hold
got
your own plantains?
that ain't got nothing to do. He said, stay on topic. I don't ask you that. Your hair straight up or napped up, course can be straight or nappy. Yeah, I mean, black people come run the whole gamut. We make white people.
Off top.
we
You
make
already know.
we make albinos. Like we make
You want to
everything.
know the truth now?
Yeah.
If the truth would be spoken.
Now let me give y'all a theory. Now this just Jay Lava's theory. Now
Is this a tin foil kufi?
yeah, I'm putting the tinfoiler on.
You putting the tin foil kufi on?
I'm really gonna make me a tinfoil kufi too, and put it right here. So when I get ready to spit some shit, I'm gonna put my tinfoil kufi right on and spit it to y'all. But this is what's up. So they say everybody come from Africa, right? They say, say there's things and there's pyramids all over the globe that came from the original people that was here, right?
Right.
So if we made albinos, right?
Right.
Would it be far fetched for an extraterrestrial to come down and say, "Hey, it's not too many of them. Let's make ourselves them, and let's go against the ones that made them, that run everything, and then we can empower ourselves, and then we could be the ones running shit, right?" Like, notice how, like, okay, so hold on. This also goes to my theory that PCP are aliens too. So I'm putting that out there. PC people are aliens. Why do I say that? Let me tell you. Because, just like with any foreign civilization, you will have those that are strictly against the others, but then you'll have some that sympathize and empathize with them. You know what I'm saying? So probably not the whole group, you know what I'm saying, is on world domination and on stealing and jacking all the resources from this land. Because let's think about it. Every time you've been introduced to aliens in movies or TV, which is not run by us, which is run by the dominant society, right? Every time you're introduced to them, what's the backstory of the aliens? They came here from another planet, which was depleted of all its resources, and they had to find another place to go and survive. Well, when you think about this planet and you think about the resources, who's in control over the gold, the coal, the water, the gas, the minerals, the this, the that, the da, do. They tell us that gold is in cell phones. Have you ever busted a cell phone open to see if there's gold in there? How we know the gold ain't eaten? How we know, gold ain't like a certain type of power for them or something like that? You know what I'm saying? How we know that? You know what I'm saying? How do we know? I mean, what's obvious to me is that a certain group of people don't like the original people that's here, which is black people. We're the original man. That's not a dispute. They don't like the original to the point where they will see one of the original people's offspring, gaffle them up, slam them up, shoot them out the car, kick them, kneel on them till they can't breathe, all that, right? You be like, damn, I'm a human. I got emotion. I don't like PC people in their actions, but I'm not gonna just go kick little Timmy off the tricycle for no reason. I'm gonna at least wait till he get older and become a school shooter and then deal with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got feelings. We feel shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no feelings on the other side. It's too null and void. We talk about human anatomy. We all got brain waves. We all feel things. We got five senses. Why is it that they just don't have none? You can't tell me it's been that much indoctrination about how black people are inferior, 3/5 of a human, and all that. Alligator bait, cuz. Alligator bait. Alligator bait. Babies. You take the baby, put the baby in the water to get the alligators to make some boots and some belts. Who does that? Aliens. That's who.
Yeah, but when they, I'm just saying. See, this is the only reason I can't go with that theory.
Okay, come on, give it to me.
An alien to me, in every movie and documentation, is like powerful. You're like supreme being.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so just for that, I can't give you that. You're off. And the reason why you're off is because you don't have everything. You didn't get everything. You're like almost an abomination. You're abnormal. So you're less than. So if you're less than, then you can't be greater.
Exactly.
So that's why I right away, if you're able to dip from other planets and do all that. That means you got technology, smarts. That means you
Microwaves.
have a level of intelligence that's high being, and I can't give you that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna fuck you up real quick. Real quick, I'm about to fuck you up. You know how we speak about being on code as black people and we can't seem to do it?
Yeah.
That might be one of their super alien powers. White people probably got telepathy. They talk to each other. That's how they
See,
stay on
once
code.
again,
They be
I can't give you that. That's a supreme being. I can't give you none of that. You don't have nothing to. I'm not giving. No, I'm
you
not
know what?
allowed
I
to
feel
do
you.
that.
I
My
feel you
brain
on that.
won't allow me to. I
I
know
feel
we
you.
created the sciences. They still funny on how we built pyramids. They still can't figure that out. That still can't even. We don't know. We just
A
still
lot of
don't
aliens
know.
in movies are coming to enslave. That's correct. You're right about that. Z-Man, what it do?
Yeah, but how? Well, like, where's your power?
Exactly. Smarts more than others, TZ Von Savage. Um,
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to. It's I'm not able to. I can't
and
grasp
it's
that. My
and
mind
it's
goes
the
so
same
far.
things.
If
It's
anything, I would say we the aliens then.
and listen, I would say this then too. Check it out though. I would say it's because of those things that you say that makes them more aliens.
Nah, fam, I can't give them.
Yes.
They hovercrafting. They got all this. They can go from planet to planet to planet and take over each planet in world domination because you're that smarter than every other civilization. And no, that's what we were able to do. Go from place to place and put our place on the map. And wow, and that's no. So if anything, they was watching and then they assimilated and learned what we was doing and then stole our technology. I could go with something like that maybe, but just the fact that the beings are greater beings than what we did. We created the sciences, the mathematics. We the ones that figured out there was moons, universes, and
All right. Well, how about this then? Okay. How about they were advanced sciencely or whatever where they was, and they knew through the technology of us building pyramids and all the shit that we knew being at one with the earth, blah 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 blah. They knew we was gonna reach that, and they was like, "Nah, we got to stop this shit right now before they take over the whole universe." Because they knew we was gonna get there. They knew we had the technology. And look, we were so advanced building the pyramids and all that shit that we ain't need to do nothing else but just live on the earth and frolic around, you know what I'm saying, in the jungle and eat fruits and shit, and you know what I'm saying, and chill out. That's all we saw, eating fruits and chilling and shit. We ain't need none of that shit. They came down here, you know what I'm saying, and they made society all technologically advanced. Like, how we know we ain't in the matrix? How we know that we really not in some simulation and shit? I've been thinking about that shit a great
Nah,
deal
it
lately.
would be a simulation that we created though, fam. See, I'm never gonna give it the part where we somehow got and fam. If it wasn't for some coons, fam, we wouldn't even be in the position that we in, fam. We situated ourselves. Didn't nobody come and we got ya.
Well, what if they what if they
We,
what if
we got
they
the ones over you. No,
well they
they was
use the
able to
coons?
trick a couple of them with some
Yeah.
coochie, with some cooch, gave them some dog cooch, and was able to, you
Gave
know
them
what
some
I'm
of that
saying, told them that messing with baboons was straight. Like, oh, you didn't know you could mess with the baboon, cuz? Oh, let me show you, cuz. See that? Yeah, that baboon. See that, cuz? See that baboon body, cuz? Look at me, cuz. No, that's what happened, cuz. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened, cuz.
He's saying they raped baboon booty.
Man, listen, man. I'm trying to tell you, P.
Brilliant
I'm trying to tell you, P.
analogy, TZ. I totally forgot the Halo universe, which was created at the Vatican, and black people are prominent even in Spartans.
Straight
Hmm.
up. Straight up.
He said, "No victory. Some of the teachers are actively fighting our reparations effort. I am not passive aggressive, just a truth teller. If you were a troll, I would have already lopped your head off.
Nah, Victory, you can ask questions, man. We here to enlighten and bring the knowledge. We just, you know what I'm saying, folks is very protective of what's going on, fam. That's all, man. So we gonna be more suspicious, fam, when new people tap in. But we want new people to tap in. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell an enemy, P. And it's good to have conversations, fam.
Yeah, and my own one of my biggest things of thinking that PC people is aliens is because how they can't really actually live on the planet in the sun. You know?
Yeah, but then that overlaps with being albino.
True. They just picked the they just picked the wrong color ones to infiltrate is what I'm saying. Because it wasn't that many albinos, and they was like, well, maybe we could sneak into society if we just co-op a few of the albinos. You know what I'm saying? But it
Well, then
didn't
that
work.
would look funny. You then all of a sudden you picked the group that only had 10, and then all of a sudden now they got 30. You don't think that looks funny? Now
Well,
you had 10, now you
well,
got
from
30.
what I hear, and I don't know where I heard this from, but I heard that they used to cast albinos from the tribe, because they look different, and
Yeah,
so that's how they
that's
ended up in the mountains.
I believe that. I believe that.
Hmm.
I believe that. They came out albinos, fam, was acting sent them off because
They
hey,
arrived through
went up into the
portals. I
mountains.
give you
Whoop, whoop,
that.
whoop. But I'm telling you this, P. I'm
My
telling you this,
Aubrey's
P.
killers found guilty on federal hate crime charges. They only did that because the
Well, it's
election's coming
easy if
up.
you already gave them if you already chopped their head off, then it's
Right.
easy to, yeah, give them 100 years. Well, they
You hate
already
the
got
word
you know what
anticipation.
I'm
It keeps
saying?
changing my words to nonsensical sentences.
Hey,
Cast
this is
out
what I'm
all
talking about.
around. Also,
Listen,
Down syndrome kids look like Asians. I wonder
I
why.
ain't mad. Hey, I ain't mad at that.
I wonder why.
Hey, if anything, I'm saying aliens, fam, came down and they was the coons, P,
Mm.
and infiltrated the whoop, and that's how this division started. The aliens came as the Kizoons, fam.
No, they came as the aliens and they gave little trinkets to the coons to sell out the black people, and it's been going on forever.
Now I could ride with something in that area.
Noak was an albino, and his three sons were black skinned. Wow.
I could
I
see.
mean,
See, that's what I'm telling you, P. I'm telling you, P.
this is a little good conversation, y'all. I'm glad we had this morning.
Straight
Well,
up.
we
And
ain't gonna hold
Victory,
you.
man, don't feel attacked, man. We
Nah,
just
victory.
serious about our blackness, P. And we not saying you. We saying get your people, P. There's good people everywhere, P. But what we saying is not all your Dominican folks feel like they black. They don't act like they black. Specifically, they say, I
I
know
know black.
black.
I know black, my friend.
So I'm just telling you, we just trying to keep it 1,000 with you that you might be one out of many, fam. Out of
Yeah,
$1, you might be the one penny. You know what I'm saying, fam? So if you really riding, fam, then you need to talk to your community and talk to your people, fam. And yes, you do have the power to be able to do that, fam. And that's the problem that everybody, we black, we black and brown. But then soon as you get an opportunity to curry favor, you run on over there to PC mommy and daddy. And that's what we talking about. See, we don't get an opportunity to do that. And so that's what makes the difference between your black and our black.
right.
That's
Yeah, we
all,
don't
fam.
we don't get to
But
switch
but
up.
but, but we believe it's all love. But the problem is we've been showing so much love to all the black folks, and we ain't been getting the love back.
That's right. He said truth. Yeah, the racial shit is real, and you can tell the difference, especially out there.
Okay, that's all we saying, brother. That's all we
That's it.
saying.
That's all. So it's all love, peace, blessings, and aloha. Until the next time we see you. And we got an important message for you. Please declare anti-black racism a public health crisis. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. That's my shit, boy.
Hey, we gotta do another intro with that, Pete. That gotta ride out a little longer, Pete.
That little intro. Y'all see the shirts, man. Say it with your chest, bro. Say it.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. It's to be said. All you got to do is say it with your chest, though.
Don't be scared now.
And take these commercials while you're at it.
Take that.
Music TV.
Everybody know you get the money from that ride before you went up today. I told you motherfucker ain't got your money yet, man. Fuck you, man. You ain't got the money yet.
Fuck you think you is, man? Motherfucking Ron O'Neal or something? What you gonna do? I'm supposed to be scared now because you got a pistol, motherfucker.
I got it.
Look, I don't play with this shit. You don't even know what I gave to this shit. Self-made with this shit. I slay with this shit. Been a lot of roads I done paved with this shit. Look, see, I don't play with this shit. You don't
Kyrie with the give and go. I get it cheap for the low. More snow than the Eskimo big birdies. Taking flight, change your life in one night. By 2 a.m. if you do it right. Up late like nigga night. Small fish, big appetite. Get an extra 4 if you whip it right. Got good gas and it's light bright. Got
He been hula hooping through loopholes, working round shit. You can count lava down, but you can't count them out, baby. Life give me lemons, I make lemon rain die. He been hula hooping through loopholes. I gotta go, gotta hustle to get it. If you ain't talking business, little shawty, you
Hey, Ray Ray.
Hey Rihanna, hey girl, how you doing? I'm into you like Trump's in the Putin. I know that might sound a little confusing. I had to say it for my own amusement. What I'm trying to say is, can we go cruising? Top down, blow some good gas, and listen.
Russian cream leaves, Keith oil, premium bud. Man, I hustle in the street, but I'm a freak with the love.
Bring that ass over, tryna bring it back. I'm a big dog, tryna bring it back. I'ma slide in the way to bring it back. Let a nigga.
All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it.
Music TV.